Your name is Williams and missing your back.
What's up, guys? I'm at the Tampa airport right now, and I would like to share a story of somebody that I've met recently. Somebody really, really special. At the time that I was at Jesus 21 in Orlando, on the second day, I went to a coffee shop with three other friends. It was Zach and a beautiful couple, Andre and Alex, and all the tables were taken. It was a really packed coffee shop, and there was only one big table open with a homeless guy sitting there by himself. So we went and sat with him, and he had an open wound on his forehead. He was kind of like, on a withdrawal as well. We just began listening to his story, and then even just ministering the love of Jesus to him. And we asked him if he wanted to give his life to Christ, and he said, yeah. It was such a beautiful moment. We got to lead him in the prayer of receiving Jesus, and then he started getting delivered. Like literally his eyes turned white, and he started getting delivered right there. It was a beautiful moment. We spent like half hour, with him at the coffee shop, just ministering to him. And then we felt to invite him to come to the conference with us. And he said, yeah. So we got him in the car and we went to the conference. We were there late, so we were just, going through security and talking to the people and the staff and just sharing the story, hoping that somehow we could get this guy in the conference. And somebody actually ended up paying for a ticket for him to come in, and people were just celebrating Jesus for that moment that he had given his life to Christ. And they said, this is why we're doing this conference. And there was even a lady crying. It was just such a wholesome moment. So here he goes in. Zach ends up buying him a hoodie. His whole countenance changed. Like he was so hopeless and broken when we met him. And he was just like smiling and happy and joyful. And Andre and Alex actually got there late as well because they went to get him some like deodorant and wipes and things like that. And somebody offered to give him a Bible, a really expensive Bible. It was so nice to see that happen. So we ended up just spending 12 hours with him, and he had another deliverance moment at another point, which was so powerful to see. He literally said his own words that the demons he had consumed the night before had just left him. It was in the middle of worship. It was beautiful. And we saw him celebrate Jesus and even dance in the presence of God. It was so powerful. But throughout the day, there were so many times that he asked us, but why are you guys doing this? Why are you doing this? And our natural response was, because we love you. We love you so much, Blake. But then he would ask, but why do you love me so much? And we were just like, it was just such a wholesome moment, because the way he looked at us, it was just with this look of like, man, I've never received love like this in my life, so such a special moment. Then we ended up leaving the conference early because Zach felt to get him a hotel. It was so awesome that he did that. And after we dropped him off, he asked the same question, but why did you guys do that? Like, why did you guys pick me? It was like amazing, because that's literally how we are. Like when we met him, he was so dirty, broken, hopeless, And then when we dropped him off at the hotel, we got in the car and we just started crying. Zach and I just started bawling and just crying out. We felt the compassion of the Father for him. Such a beautiful moment, Blake, such a special man. The next day, he ended up giving us his mom's phone number. So we actually ended up calling her, and we found out that she actually believes in Jesus too. And she's like, she's an intercessor. She's been praying for him. Then we talked to her, and she said, I love my son. I've been praying for my son, but he cannot come home. He is not able to come home. I've tried it, but it just hasn't worked in the past because he's been addicted to drugs for so long. And we just got to minister to her and prophesy over her life. Sorry, my phone was falling. But the next day, Monday night, somebody had found Blake's body dead outside a gas station. And Blake's mom actually notified us Tuesday morning. And my first response, I was just frozen. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know if to celebrate or to mourn, but we knew it was so timely. Like we literally got to see beginning and end of somebody's life and even journey with Jesus. Like guys, literally we are one conversation from shifting somebody's eternity, from literally transforming somebody's life. And we got to see this story with Blake. It was so beautiful to see. the transformation from hopelessness to joy and realizing that he is loved by the Father. It was just such a precious moment, such a precious weekend. And even though we will not be able to see the full transformation, here on earth, we know that he is with Jesus. People assume the cause for his death was, just overdose. The Jesus that lives inside of you can literally transform people's lives. It is so powerful. If we would just open our mouths to share the gospel, just the pure gospel that transforms people, you'd be amazed by what the Holy Spirit can do to you. So I hope you were encouraged by this story. I love you.